Well, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to be able to bring you guys Game 7. This is right, this is Game 7 right now, otherwise known as Game 4 here in this best of 7 from the IPL Grand Finals for their Hot Import Nights Fight Club event. And down in the 6 o'clock position of Metropolis, we have the up-and-comer, the guy who has swung momentum all up in his favor right now. It is the Blue Zerg MVP.Dongraegu. He just needs to win 2 more games. That's all he needs to take out this man, this red Protoss spawning just to the northeast of him. The Protoss who only needs 1 win to take home that $5,000 first place prize. That is Liquid.Hero. And right now, man, their adrenaline has got to be pumping. My adrenaline is pumping. I hope your guys is as well, because this has been such an amazing set between 2 of the world's top class StarCraft 2 players. Now, the map here is Metropolis, and interestingly enough, once again, not forcing cross spawn, so they do have close spawn here by air. But similar to the other version, the other map, which has a similar name to this map, Metalopolis, I think it's Metalopolis. I'm so bad with those names. It actually has a spawn where you can actually start to hatch out through the outside of your base and then hatch away from the Protoss player. And usually on maps where there's a close spawn, it hurts Zerg, but on this map I think it'll be okay for Dongraegu to go ahead and play his more standard macro game. And looks like that probe just being annoying as possible. But yeah, Dongraegu's already started off with that spawning pool and will probably look to throw down that hatchery right now and go straight away into heavy macro Zerg. The question is, though, will he play mutas again? And I think on this map, given the close spawn by air, mutas are a really good choice. Likewise, you know what? Liquid.Hero also can go for a quick Stargate play. He can go for that Robo drop with Warp Prism again as well. That was pretty nasty on Antigua Shipyard. And that was something that Dongraegu could not handle. Oh, that drone! Actually, it still has about 10 H points, so it should be okay. Hatchery is coming up right now over at the bottom left-hand corner of the map. So first expand is on the way for the Zerg player, and right now it looks like the Protoss busy getting his setup over at the front door. And that setup for Protoss is so important, man. They have to get everything. It has to be waterproof. They cannot let anything leak through. There can be no holes anywhere, because if there is, guess what? A Zergling is going to find that hole. Zerglings are like... They're like water, man. They're so small and skinny. They'll just find any leakage that you have and they will bust right on through, and then after that you're gonna have a torrential flood. So very important here for Liquid.Hero to make sure that that front wall is completely secured and that no Zerglings can get inside. So that's what he's busy doing right now. And probe being chased away back home by 4 Zerglings, and that probe will probably be able to make it back home without too much problems. 2 hatcheries coming up on that production tab. In fact, one has just finished. So now the Zerg Dongraegu going into what I expected him to do, especially on a wide open map like this. He can expand away from Protoss, as I was mentioning before, and go really into heavy macro Zerg. But I'm really interested to see, since, you know, everything is on the line right now. Are they going to switch it up? Are they going to... You know what? Is Liquid.Hero going to go back into a 2-base strategy? That's what I really want to know, because the games where he's won, he's done a 2-base strat. The games where he's lost, he has not. I guess, except with the exception of Ohana, the first game of this set. And I think to increase his chances of winning, his likelihood of winning the entire set here, he just needs 1 win. I think he needs to go back to that core strategy of being proactive and not letting Zerg be the proactive race, letting Zerg be the reactive race, because sometimes, man, even the best Zergs are not going to react correctly, and if they don't, your 2-base strategy can do so much damage to the point where it is game-ending. And so for now, we do have 1 Stargate coming up. The Overlord is coming in, though. Oh, it turns away at the last second. Dongraegu actually choosing not to send the Overlord all the way in, probably because he knew that the Cybercore was there, and because of that, most likely a Stalker is coming out, or at least is already out. So he pulls it out before he loses it. But I almost wonder if it would have been better for him to send it in to see that Stargate, because that's a pretty significant Stargate considering there's a second Stargate coming up. It is a double Stargate from Hero, and Hero is going back to the 2-base, and this is it, man. He is going double Stargate. Great you know, great use of the way the map has spawned the two players here, and he knows that air is going to be close. Void Rays are going to be so effective. I wonder if he's going to back this up with Phoenixes, or if he's just going to save up all of his Void Rays in his base and then send them all out in a death push of Void Rays. If you save them all up and stockpile them, there's like nothing Zerg can do if they don't have enough queens or enough anti-air. They'll just die. So I wonder if that's his strategy here, or if he's going to send him out and start to whittle down the Overlords with one Void Ray. We'll just have to wait and see. Right now, Roach Warren, Evolution Chamber, layers starting up, Dongraegu going this way that I thought he was going to do. You know, as Zerg, you want to get all these things at around 7 minutes in to 8 minutes in. You get all these upgrades going. And yeah, man, it's a lot of Void Rays coming out here for the Protoss player. Double Void Ray for Hero. And of course, Roaches do not hit air very well. So right now, Dongraegu needs to throw up Spore Crawlers, or he needs to get something going for him right now. More Queens, more Spore Crawlers, something. And I don't think he really scouted the front door, because if he did, he would have realized there's no sentries there. And yeah, he has not sent anything to the front door. He has no Zerglings there, he has no Overlords there. And anytime you see a Protoss that doesn't have sentries at the front, you know something fishy is up. Something weird is going on, because every Protoss builds sentries, and now it's just mass Void Ray Phoenix. Oh my god, Phoenix is going to come to back this up, and Hero has not yet revealed his fleet. The Protoss Royal Air Fleet is warping in here, and now does Dongraegu know something is up? He's checked the front door with the Zerglings, and he only sees one Stalker and one Sentry. And when you see that, it's like, alright. Something weird is going on. So he's throwing up Spore Crawlers right now. He doesn't know if it's DTs or if it's Stargate, but either way, Spore Crawlers cover for both. He actually needs a lot more than just what he has right now. And here comes the air. It's starting to take out the perimeter Overlords, and this is going to be such a nasty attack. The Void Rays are charged, but they uncharged, and now the other Void Ray coming in as well, charging up on that Overlord. Phoenix is here going to be absolutely vital to pick up the Queens. First Queen has been picked up. Overlord supply blocking. Dongraegu needs to make more Overlords. He's throwing down a Hydralisk as well. And now the Void Ray's charging up on the hatchery. In fact, it might just take out the macro hatchery. No, they're going to go for the Spore Crawler. Big move here from Hero, and Hero picks up all the Queens. Emergency Crawlers coming down the Queens, all Graviton beamed up into the air, and this is not good for Dongraegu. He's gonna lose all of his Queens, and now he doesn't have any anti-air at all, but the Hydralisk 10 is almost done. He saved up quite a bit of money. If he can get his Hydralisk out on the field, then he can counter this attack. Meanwhile, coming through the front door with Roaches and Zerglings, but there is one sentry there, and I think more sentries warping in as well as Zealots. So not too sure how that frontal attack's going to work. That Overseer did come into the Protoss base, and Dongraegu now realizes it is a double Stargate. Hell yeah, it is. And Photon Cannons warping up behind to protect the frontal attack. So Hero's front door is going to be solid here. Meanwhile, his Phoenix fleet going to work on the drones and picking off quite a few, I might add, and Dongraegu's attack has fizzled out at the front. That was not successful at all, but DRG still holds a supply lead. All those Hydras coming out, man. 11 Hydralisks on the way here, and if he can just push these Phoenix and Void Rays away, he might be okay. He actually hasn't lost too many workers total so far. In fact, the Hydras are here, and the Phoenixes without energy are going to be pushed away. Dongraegu has held. Dongraegu has held off the 2 Stargate play. He hasn't lost that many workers. He's still in the lead supply-wise, and he actually just needs to be a little careful, because once those Phoenix recharge their energy, they are a threat to Hydras. That many Phoenix can take out the Hydras if they Graviton all the Hydras up. And don't know if Dongraegu, is he going just for a straight counterattack? Actually, he can probably break the Protoss third here if he decides to slam into the third base, but the Photon Cannons have warped in. And Dongraegu only losing 8 workers this game, but still is behind in supply, 50 under 58. Dongraegu just gonna go for the straight out counter though, going right in through the front door. And the force fields begin to come down. Dongraegu still has Hydras that don't have Hydra range, and now the Phoenix come in and pick up all the Hydras. That's exactly what I was scared about for DRG. Hero makes a brilliant move and is going to wipe out this entire Zerg army with his air and his ground combined. And the Hydra army is done for. A couple of Zerglings running into the main but they won't be able to do much damage here because the Phoenix can just graviton them up, or Zealots can just kill them as they warp in. Some Speedlings now coming over to the Protoss 3, but there's photon cannons there, and that is going to shut down that attack as well. DRG is starting to get a little desperate here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that he can recover after losing that many Hydralisks. I mean, is it possible? Is it feasible? He threw away so much, and for nothing, the Phoenix are still alive, and this is it, ladies and gentlemen. GG, yo! Hero has won the series and taken home that $5,000 first place prize. Congratulations, Liquid.Hero. You are the winner today. Dongraegu coming up just a little short. I thought he was going to be able to mount that comeback, but it just ran out of fuel at the very last second. Unfortunate for him. I thought he held off the 2-star gate play pretty well, but going for that counterattack, I guess he didn't realize that those Phoenixes would recharge their energy and they would be a threat to his Hydras. Infestors would have been a great unit to get out. A couple of Chain Fungals would have stopped those Phoenixes right in their tracks, but Dongraegu trying his best, unable to take out Hero. Hero taking out in DRG in the final game here. I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. If you guys did, check me out. I'm at YouTube at HDStarcraft, and I'm also at Twitter and Facebook as well. Feel free to follow. And I am actually going to be packing up my bags and going out to Australia in 2 or 3 days. Cannot wait. I will be making some videos when I'm out there. I'll be bringing my laptop, so never fear. Still will have YouTube casts here. I'll see you guys later. This is HD, signing out.